I saw a stranger with your hair, tried to make her give it back so I could send it off to you, maybe Federal Express, 'cause I know you'd miss it. I saw another with your eyes, the flash just turned my head. I went to try them on for size, but they looked the other way, and they wouldn't listen. But you're never hard to find in a crowd. The people around you smiling out loud. Their feet don't touch the ground. No, their feet don't touch the ground. No, their feet don't touch the ground. I heard a stranger with your voice. It took me by surprise. Again I found it wasn't you, just an angel in disguise, in for a visit. And by the way, how is my heart? I haven't seen it since you left. I'm almost sure it followed you. Could you sometime send it back? I'll buy the ticket. But you're never hard to find in a crowd. The people around you smiling out loud. Their feet don't touch the ground. No, their feet don't touch the ground. No, their feet don't touch the ground. I saw a stranger with your hair. I saw another with your eyes. I heard an angel with your voice, yes. And by the way, how is my heart? By the way, how is my heart? Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for doing the clapping. It's very nice of you. Okay. I'll do the other introductory song, then I don't know what will happen after that. Okay. This is a song that came from a rough period in my life when I got a job. A full-time job with no end in sight. Now I had summer jobs that were kind of full-time, but they had an end point. There was a light at the end of the tunnel. But this one didn't have any light. It was just a long, dark tunnel of work. Well, I knew fairly early on I wanted to support myself. I wanted to be independent. I wanted to make a living for myself, but I wanted to do it without having a job because I had enough work experience at that point to know I wanted to do that without having a job, and I didn't know anybody who did that. So I went to college. I was the first and only person in my family to go to college. I was glad about that. And on the what is true in time? What is true in time? Does it really change with every season? Or is it always fixed and bound to reason?
Welcome, everyone. My name is Jake Jacobson, and I'm director of the Circle of Friends Coffeehouse here in Franklin, Massachusetts, where we've been presenting great live music for the past 30 years. We usually hold our concerts at the First Universalist Society Meeting House here in Franklin, where we have just a beautiful room, great sound, great lighting. But as with a lot of other things, we cannot use that facility at this time due to the pandemic. So we have decided to take our concerts online. Today will be the third in our concert series. We hope to have many more. As usual, the concert is free, but if you're so inclined, we would certainly accept any donations you might make. All the donations go to the performers and to the Franklin Food Pantry, which is the wonderful organization helping lots of people, in fact, more than ever before at this time. This is the time in my announcements where I usually tell people to silence their cell phones, but since you're home and so am I, make all the noise you want. It's fine. Do whatever you like. I hope you have some snacks available. We'll be starting the concert in just a few minutes. Our performer tonight is certainly a Circle of Friends favorite. He's been here many times, the last time almost exactly 2 years ago. And in fact, he was scheduled to perform here this very night. But there again, everything is canceled, so we're going to be online. John is just a great songwriter. He has a great sense of humor, marvelous voice, and I'm sure you're going to love him. Please make a lot of noise. Wake up your neighbors. Please. Let's have a big warm welcome for John Gorka.
Thank you, Jake. And thanks to the Circle of Friends Coffeehouse for running this show tonight. It's a performance from January 2019 at the Cafe Lena in Saratoga Springs, New York. If you don't already know about the Circle of Friends Coffeehouse, it's a great place to see a show and a great place to play. The people who do the sound and lights are total pros, and at the intermission, they've got great desserts, and that's important. When live music comes all the way back, come see a show at the Circle of Friends Coffeehouse. And in the meantime, I hope you like this one. Thanks to the Cafe Lena for letting us use the video. All right, bye-bye. Thank you, Reese. What is true in time? What is true in time? Does it really change with every season? Or is it always fixed and bound to reason? What is true in time? What is true in time? And the words I used to think were mine come back to me in another's lines. Yesterday comes back in rhyme. Yesterday comes back in rhyme. Yes, I look around and often find the past is either here or close behind. I look ahead and I could swear there was a path, now nothing's there. This crumpled map's too hard to read. It seems that time just picks up speed. It seems that time just picks up speed. If we find love in time, there's room for yours and mine. What is true can change with every minute. Then how can we believe or have faith in it? If I can't sing long enough and make each song a song of love, then maybe every song comes true, true in time, true in time. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. That was a song called True in Time. It's the title song of my newest CD. It came out just about a year ago. And the song was written almost exactly, it was 2 years ago last weekend. Oh no, that's the next one. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little out of order. Okay. What song was I introducing? That's really funny. X. All right. Well, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be back in this corner here and singing for you. That was a song called True in Time. I wrote that with Pete Kennedy of the Kennedys. We wrote it over the internet. He came up with the title, and we collaborated on the lyrics. And then I added the tune and ran the chords by him. He said they were okay. And it became the title song of the new record. All right. I've been here before. How many of you have not seen me play live before? Oh, no. Not seen me play live. Okay, quite a few. Okay. Well, welcome. I want you to people raise your hands. I'll refer to you as the new people. And I want you to feel welcome. I don't want you to feel like outsiders. And I also want to welcome back the people who have come to previous shows. Thank you very much for both of you, all of you, for being here. My name is John, and I will be your singer. I've got a couple introductory songs for the new people that seems to help ease them in to the experience, orientation songs, I call them. And this is the most effective. I've got two. This is the most effective one. I'll go ahead and do this right away. All right. I was just waiting to see if you were ready. Okay. All right, here we go. It's a song about where I'm from, and I will always be from there. Perhaps some of my people are here tonight. I'm from New Jersey. I don't expect too much. If the world ended today, I would adjust. I'm from New Jersey. No, I don't talk that way. I watch too much TV when I was young. I'm from New Jersey. My mom's Italian. I've read those mafia books. We don't belong. There were girls from New Jersey who had that great big hair. Once found in shopping malls, I will take you there. I'm from New Jersey. It's not like Texas, no, there is no mystery. I can't pretend. I'm from New Jersey. It's like Ohio, but even more so. Imagine that. I know which exit and where I'm bound. The tolls on the parkway, they will slow you down. This song never got the easy pass. New Jersey people, They will surprise you, 'cause they're not expected to do too much. They will try harder, they may go further, 'cause they never think that they are good enough. I'm from New Jersey, I don't expect too much. If the world ended today, I would adjust. Yes, I would adjust. I would adjust. Thank you so much. No, thank you. That was called I'm from New Jersey. That's right. I was born in Newark. I grew up in Colonia. I ran on the Parkway today. I drove through my hometown. Did you really? Oh, yes, nice. Yeah. All right. Let's see, should I do the other introductory song? Oh, what this just came in. I'll do another one. So, I'll be doing mental requests as well as written and spoken requests, and also any requests that come in over the internet. This is a song that was on my first record that came out in the late 1900s. I saw a stranger with your hair, tried to make her give it back, so I could send it off to you, maybe Federal Express, 'cause I know you'd miss it. I saw another with your eyes, the flash just turned my head. I went to try them on for size, but they looked the other way, and they wouldn't listen. But you're never hard to find in a crowd. The people around you smiling out loud. Their feet don't touch the ground. No, their feet don't touch the ground. No, their feet don't touch the ground. I heard a stranger with your voice. It took me by surprise. Again I found it wasn't you, just an angel in disguise, in for a visit. And by the way, how is my heart? I haven't seen it since you left. I'm almost sure it followed you. Could you sometime send it back? I'll buy the ticket. But you're never hard to find in a crowd. The people around you smiling out loud. Their feet don't touch the ground. No, their feet don't touch the ground. No, their feet don't touch the ground. I saw a stranger with your hair. I saw another with your eyes. I heard an angel with your voice, yes. And by the way, my heart? By the way, how is my heart? Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for doing the clapping. It's very nice of you. Okay. I'll do the other introductory song, and then I don't know what will happen after that. Okay. This is a song that came from a rough period in my life when I got a job. A full-time job with no end in sight. Now, I had summer jobs that, were kind of full-time, but they had an end point. There was a light at the end of the tunnel. But this one didn't have any light. It was just a long, dark tunnel of work. Well, I knew fairly early on I wanted to support myself. I wanted to be independent. I wanted to make a living for myself, but I wanted to do it without having a job because I had enough work experience at that point to know I wanted to do that without having a job, and I didn't know anybody who did that. So I went to college. I was the first and only person in my family to go to college, and I was glad about that. And on the very first night of the very first day of college, this is Moravian College in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, they had a freshman orientation coffeehouse where they invited performers from the incoming freshman class. So I signed up to play. I had not played at a coffeehouse before. I'd played at the church folk group and in a couple shows in high school, but that's it. So I wasn't sure what to do, but I prepared some songs, I practiced them. But when that first night of college came, my throat had closed off, and I realized I would be unable to sing any of the songs I had practiced because they had these big notes in them. And I'm not exactly sure what I did. I do believe I played the banjo, I played guitar, and I sang. And there was another guy who I didn't know, who I found out I was also from New Jersey. He played mandolin and guitar and sang, and in the audience was a guitar player who saw the makings of a bluegrass band. Yeah, so that was the beginning of the Razzie Dazzie Spasm Band. Sorry to be such a name dropper right off the bat. But life isn't fair. Sometimes people get these big breaks early on. And it's easy street. So I played that first night. I played every coffeehouse they'd let me. There was one they wouldn't let me. And then a few months after that first night, the guitar player in the audience, Doug Anderson, Doug took me to the professional coffee house on the south side of Bethlehem, a place called Godfrey Daniels Coffee House. It was started by Dave Fry, who grew up in Albany. And the Eighth Step and Lena's it was just kind of his ideal. So he opened that there in, I think, March of '76. Anyway, I started, he took me to, my friend Doug Anderson took me to the Godfrey's. He was trying to get a booking for a friend of his who was a blues guitarist and songwriter, George Gritzbach. And he was going to give his first record to Dave Fry, who booked Godfrey Daniels. And so we went there, and they didn't have a show that night, but people were gathered in the front room. It was kind of an informal jam session. And there was fiddles, and there was guitars and mandolins. And they passed me the guitar, and I sang a song. They were nice about it and everything. And I remember just the feeling of the place. I thought this had this great bohemian sense of possibility about it. And I thought, wow, this is what Greenwich Village must have been like in the '60s, just before I knew about Lena's. And when I found out a few years later what Greenwich Village had become, I wished it was more like Godfrey's. Anyway, I started going to the open mics on Sunday nights and to the shows. After the first set, they would drop the price in half, so I was able to afford to experiment on people whose music, whose descriptions looked interesting on the calendar. And I felt like I discovered this whole world, because there was no YouTube then. So I felt like I discovered this whole world of music I didn't know existed. And some of the people I got to see there who became my favorites were Claudia Schmidt and Rosalie Sorrells and Utah Phillips and Stan Rogers and Nancy Griffith and Jack Hardy. Great, great people. And I thought, if I could be like one of the people who plays here, it would be the best thing. So I started heading in that direction and away from everything else. I didn't know how that would work out with my scholarly stuff. So to have a more secure future, I became a philosophy major. So that way, yeah, if the music thing didn't work out financially, I had a plan, yeah, I had a plan. So upon graduation, I got a job delivering flowers because I was qualified with my degree, and I did that for 3.5 years. Not to brag. And then I was offered this full-time job, and I took it, and I didn't know if I was trading in my dream of playing music for a steady paycheck. So I wrote this song in a deep pit of melancholy, despair, and woe. Especially woe. Okay, there'll be less talking as we go along here, so that's something to look forward to, I know, for you. Okay, this is called Land of the Bottom Line. I couldn't bribe a wino on what I used to make. My fortune was as sure as the wind, but I was free to wander, and time was on my hands. It was mine to burn and to bend. Freedom for freedom, call that an even scheme. Give me time to wonder and to dream. Oh, I need the money, they'll take the time. Down to the land of the bottom line, to the bottom line. Then there came a chance to make some steady dough, bouncing up my alley to the door. You fill your clothes with keys and damned responsibilities, trading the maybe for the sure. Freedom for freedom, call that an even scheme. Give me time to wonder and to dream. I need the money, they'll take the time. Down to the land of the bottom line, to the bottom line. Hey, all I ever wanted was to be a kid and play, fighting every change along the way. I don't like work, but I don't like waste, and I don't like waiting for a taste. Freedom for freedom, call that an even scheme. Give me time to wonder and to dream. I need the money, they'll take the time. Down to the land of the bottom line, to the bottom line. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you very much. Thanks for clapping for that one, because it brings up terrible memories for me. Became the title song of my second record, which had no happy songs on it whatsoever. But it was really long. So if you were down there, it would keep you there. And if you weren't there, it would bring you there. I'm not knocking it. Some people, that's their favorite. Right. Okay. There's a line in that third verse, I don't like work, I don't like waste, I don't like waiting for a taste. My wife says, she said, you shouldn't sing that, you don't mind working. And it reminded me of something that Utah Phillips said. He said there's a difference between work and toil. Work is what you do for yourself, and toil is what you do for others. So I should really sing, I don't like toil. I said that in Texas a couple months ago, and I said, I don't like toil. And I said, that's a whole nother syllable. And they said, not in Texas, it's not. Okay. Let's see what's next here. Oh, yeah. Maybe this one. I wrote this next one sitting down. So, give you an authentic version of it. What's that? Okay, they weren't talking to me. That happened to me one time. I was playing at that place called The Turning Point, and people were talking with each other, and I thought they were asking me a question, and they weren't. And somebody else in the audience said, "It's not always about you, John." So I try to keep that. All right. So. All right. This is another song I send out to my friends at Godfrey Daniels. I'll be playing there tomorrow night and Sunday, my old stomping grounds. And I do mention Bethlehem, and it was the home of Bethlehem Steel, the big steel company. It was the corporate headquarters they had there in Martin Towers, and the big steel plant. At its busiest, they said the steel plant was 5 miles long, from the coke works all the way to the other end, all along the Lehigh River there. Quite an impressive thing. And also, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania calls itself the Christmas City, and they have bus tours through the historic section during the Christmas time. And there's a light on South Mountain that lights up every night there. They call it the Star of Bethlehem. And 7 miles away is Nazareth, Pennsylvania, which is the home of Martin Guitars. And this is a Martin, and this is a song called Nazarene Guitar for my friends at Godfrey Daniels. The cool people had a meeting and decided that I wasn't one of them. So I took my Nazarene guitar, played it all the way to Bethlehem, where some kind people took me in before I even found that I was lost. Oh, my mind moved slowly, north side covered with moss. Nazarene guitar, South Mountain Star. Roads can scar and heal, words can heal and scar. Oh, but love lasts longer, love is stronger than steel. There's music in the valley, the sounds of how it feels. They welcomed me, front door, a key to my dreams. Oh, the young and the poor tend to see the lower extremes. I listened in the wings, filling with sounds that were true. Oh, it seems I was given more than I was due. Nazarene guitar, South Mountain Star. Roads can scar and heal, words can heal and scar. Oh, but love lasts longer, love is stronger than steel. There's music in the valley, the sounds of how it feels. Future family had a meeting and decided that I could be one of them. So I took my Nazarene guitar and played it all the way from Bethlehem. Oh, I miss those hills that kept watch on me and my friends. But mostly it's the faces with me till the end. Though I slouched away, they'll be with me till the end. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. So I started to go to the open mics regularly on Sunday nights at Godfrey's, and I started to host the open mic nights while I was still in school and became kind of a general purpose volunteer there at Godfrey's. I helped out at the counter, in the front counter, and I helped out as an usher and sound man and MC and eventually opening act. And before Godfrey Daniels was a coffee house, it had been a donut shop. And where they used to make the donuts is where they make the music now. Something beautiful about that. So I watched a lot of shows from the sound booth, which was, if the room is like this as a rectangle here, and the front section is over here, and the sound booth was over here. I watched a lot of shows from here, and there was a trunk in the corner where I watched a lot of shows. And one of the things I really was amazed by was how my favorite performers would just transform the room. The place would feel completely different after the show than it did before. It's really something, and each of my favorite performers did it in their own way. It was really a magical thing, and I thought, boy, I'd love to be able to make the audience feel the way my favorite performers made me feel. So I kind of studied them, and I tried to imitate them as much as possible, because they seemed to know it. They seemed to know what was going to happen next. There were no awkward moments at all. It was amazing. They knew all the songs ahead of time. They knew the words and the music. They knew the order of the songs they were going to do. They read a list of the songs, and they'd stick it to the top of their guitar, and they'd go right down the list. Boom, boom, boom. That's professional. So the first time I did an opening act there, it was with Russ Rentler from the Razzie Dazzy Spasm Band. It wasn't the whole band. It was just Russ Rentler on mandolin and me. It was kind of, we called ourselves the Razzie Dazzy Brothers. It was a subgroup of the Razzie Dazzy Spasm Band, and they were Razzie Dazzy Brothers were almost as influential as the Razzie Dazzy Spasm Band. Okay, so we figured we had like 4 or 5 songs we were going to play, and we made a list and stuck it to the top of our instruments and went right down the list and had things to say between the songs. And we came off stage thinking it had gone pretty well. We went up to Dave Fry. We were opening for Jack Hardy. It was June of 1979. Anyway, I came off stage and I asked Dave Fry, how do you think it went? He just shook his head and he walked away. I said, yeah, I figured that's probably not good. So I went up to him a few minutes later and said, Dave, could you use words? And he said, it was good, John. It was a little too good. It was a little too structured, too polished, too smooth. I'd even say it was slick. And people started calling me slick. I was horrified. I just wanted to be professional like my heroes, but it came across as overly slick. So that's when I realized I had to abandon the traditional know what you're doing approach to performing. So now I write up a set list, but not till after. That way, if I say something that doesn't make sense, or I sing a song that doesn't connect the way I want it to, it doesn't make the list. So sometimes the set list is pretty short. Anyway, I don't want to share all my secrets with you. All right, I'm going to do another one right away. see, what is it? Not right away, but Okay, how about this one? This is from also from the True in Time record. And you can let me know if you have some idea of some songs you'd like me to do. I don't know all my songs. I know several of them, and I try to do the ones I think I know, but I don't know if I know them until after, Anyway, so just think about it, and I'm going to sing you this song. It's a song I wrote almost this is the one I wrote 2 years ago last week. Okay, very good. And it's called, this goes out to the people who may be having trouble dealing with the world as it is. If you're not having trouble, I'm happy for you. Very happy for you. I'd like to have whatever you're having. They have the alcohol here now. That's something new. Woohoo. Okay, all right. This is called Tattooed. It's a pretty new day in a pretty new year. It's hard to know where to go from here. It's easy to say, 'cause talk is cheap. Are you worried now? Are you losing sleep? Worried Man Blues is an old song that comes to mind. In a world gone wrong, we're hoping so hard to find. Losing hurts worse than winning feels good. They say move on, and you know you should. When the good is lost, but the damage stays, a tattooed heart can last you all your days. When you win, you should celebrate. It could come in a rush, but not stay late. There's a lot of art on the younger skin, and unseen marks deep within. Worried Man Blues is an old song that comes to mind. In a world gone wrong, we're hoping so hard to find. Losing hurts worse than winning feels good. They say move on, and you know you should. So you carry on as best you can. Get out of bed and rise again. Oops, I'm sorry. I should have muted that. Oh, sorry, Joe. Okay. here we go. Okay, let me sing this. I've moved. This is a song that was based on a poem written by a woman from western Pennsylvania. Her name was Elma Dean, and I made it into a song a long time ago, and so it goes out to the ones who didn't come home, and for the ones who remember. It's called "Let Them In." Let them in, Peter. They are very tired. Give them couches where the angels sleep, and light those fires. Let them wake whole again to brand new dawns, fired with the sun, not wartime's bloody guns. May their peace be deep. Remember where the broken bodies lie. God knows how young they were to have to die. God knows how young they were to have to die. Oh, give them things they like. Let them make some noise. Give roadhouse bands, not golden harps, to these our boys. Let them love Peter, 'cause they've had no time. They should have trees and bird songs and hills to climb. The taste of summer in a ripened pear, and girls sweet as meadow winds with flowing hair. Tell them how they are missed and say not to fear. It's gonna be alright with us down here. Let them in, Peter. Thank you. All right, should this next one be fast or slow? Yes. Oh, okay. All right. I'll do two more and then take a little bit of a break. Then I'll be back and do all different songs. That's the way I see it now. Oh, no repeats. I guess it could happen. I could do just one song and sing it over and over again, but that hasn't happened yet. So I think odds are against it. Yeah, it could. Any year now. Okay. Oh, maybe I should sing this one then. Okay. All right. I'll stand up for it. Unplug this again now. All right. Here we go. Okay. All right. See, we're kind of alluding to. I wanted to write a song about aging. Gracefully, but it didn't happen. So I've got this. I got this one instead. It's horrible. It's horrible. But I must sing it to you because I'm a folk singer. As a folk singer, I must sing about the truth to the people. Yeah, that would be you. All right. All right, I'm singing this one. I do mention scrapple in the song. Some places I have to explain what that is. I played in Pennsylvania last night. They didn't have any problem with that. That's what I learned about scrapple. I describe it as a pork-based breakfast meat, but there's not a lot of meat involved. It's pig parts, just not the meat ones. Sometimes I describe it that it's like Spam without the health benefits, but I don't know if that's exactly true, because there's Spam has a lot more meat, I think, more meat. Pig parts, but they're meat ones. Okay, all right. Okay, this is called People My Age. Hope the aging process goes better for you. People my age have started looking gross. I cannot say all, and I shouldn't say most. I've seen them in the grocery, I've seen them up close. People my age have started looking gross. Ooh. People my age are showing somewhere. There's holes where their teeth was, and their heads have gone bare. Their brains are shrinking, faces sinking into fat. And as for the mirror, we won't be looking into that. People my age have started looking gross. Maybe not in Colorado or up the Silicon Coast. Back in Pennsylvania, I'd eat scrapple on toast. Those were my first steps on the road to looking gross. Ooh, Any eye contact I made during this song is purely accidental. People my age are looking overripe. Some are getting operations to tighten up what ain't tight. What gravity's ruined, they try to fix with a knife. What's pleasant in the darkness is plain scary in the light. Gross. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to do another sing-along. All the songs I've done so far have been sing-alongs. A lot of time the singer tells you ahead of time. I guess not always. Okay. This is a song about wanting to be a tree when you grow up. The chorus. Okay. Hope it's this right. Hope it's the one you're thinking of. I do. So this is the chorus goes, I'm gonna reach for the sky, I'm gonna reach till I know why. I'll start. All right. Be back as soon as you're ready, I'll be back, because I come to play, not to take breaks. But if you have any ideas of songs, I can learn a song or two during the break. I can, if I've got the internet connection.
Flying Red Horse.
Okay, all right, that's good. Okay, that'd be a good one for Saratoga Springs. Okay, I'll go through that one. Thank you. That's very helpful. All right. This is one I know, and I think I know. All right. This is. Oh yeah. One more. I do have CDs and some. I guess a few copies of Volume 2 of the DVD CD thing. They're for sale out there. The proceeds go to one of my favorite causes, the Center for Advanced Learning at my house. take a look at them. My road manager will be selling the CDs after the show. You'll recognize him because he looks a lot like me. So look for that guy after the show, and he'll sell you some CDs. And he has the power of attorney, so he will even sign them for you. All right. They're just checking for the band. They're late. Okay. Excuse me, I'm amusing myself. Hoping to open a self-amusement park soon. Then you won't have to put up with this. But if you come, you're on your own. When I grow up, I wanna be a tree. Gonna make my home with the birds and the bees. The squirrels, they can count on me when I grow up to be a tree. I'll let my joints get stiff, my feet on the ground, take the winters off and settle down. Keep my clothes till they turn brown. When I grow up, I'm gonna settle down. And I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach for the sky. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach till I know why. When the spring comes by, I'm gonna get real green. If the dogs come by, I'm gonna get real mean. On windy days, I'll bend and lean. When I grow up, I'm gonna get real green. If I should fall in storm or slumber, please don't turn me into lumber. I'd rather be a Louisville slugger, swinging for the seeds. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach for the sky, reach for the sky. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach till I know why, till I know why. One more. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach for the sky. I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna reach till I know why, till I know why. See you in a little bit. Thank you. Well, welcome to the second part. I'm going to start off with an older song. It's the oldest song I wrote that I still do. It was true when I wrote it. I think I was 19. I was 19, but it was true then, and it's even more true now in a lot of ways. Yeah. It's called Like My Watch. Like my watch, I'm a little slow, and I don't always go when I'm supposed to. I'll take my time and still change my mind, and I'll stop if you drop me. Like my cup, I'm a little dry, so please take the time to fill me. Take out my spoon and you'll see real soon that it don't take much to stir me. Like my shoes, I'm not real new, but I don't like to get stepped on. A little polish, a little shine, and I will turn out fine if you rub me in the right way. I was 19. And like my lamp, I'm not real bright, so I don't have no more words. Thanks. I first played here in May of 1985. It was the night before the 25th anniversary celebration of the Cafe Lena. It had opened in 1960, and this was May of 1985. And so Christine Lavin got me to open for Michael Cooney the night before the celebration. So I was able to get into to the first 25 years of Cafe and Lena, just barely. And I believe I played this song because I remember singing in the corner, and I know I played it the next night at the 25th anniversary. It's a song by Nancy Griffith. It's called "Working in Corners." Well, it's a southern road west of New Orleans, and I'm fighting off a cold from these winter rounds. Houston, she's just around the corner. No, I'll stop off in Lafayette, Lord, and have me another round, 'cause I've been working in corners all alone at night, and pulling down whiskey, keeping my eyes away from the light. I've never been a fool, but I will gamble foolishly, and I never let go of love till I lost it in my dreams. I don't wanna go to sleep, 'cause I just might dream. Well, I'm stronger now. There was a girl in my hometown. You know, she sang so pretty, she turned my head around, but I've forgotten how to play a one-night stand. No, I didn't have a word to say, just holding the stranger's hand. I've been working in corners all alone at night, and pouring down whiskey, keeping my eyes away from the light. I've never been a fool, but I will gamble foolishly, and I never let go of love till I lost it in my dreams. I don't wanna go to sleep, 'cause I just might dream. These city streets at 5 in the morning, I would've stopped to phone you, but I'm almost home. At my back door, there's a porch light that's shining, and I don't mind living here by myself if I leave it on. 'Cause I've been working in corners all alone at night, and pulling down whiskey, keeping my eyes away from the light. I've never been a fool, but I will gamble foolishly, and I never let go of love till I lost it in my dreams. Don't wanna go to sleep, 'cause I just might dream. Yes, I sure can dream. Yes, I sure can dream. Nancy Griffith. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I do one of the requests now. I was able to learn it. It's a song. It's a record of mine called "Out of the Valley" that came out in 1994, I think. Yeah, four or five somewhere. We recorded it in Nashville. A lot of special guests on there. A lot of really great people. This is a song about what might happen if one of the flying red horses from the mobile station, what might happen if one should escape. I worry about these things. Sometimes my fears and worries turn into songs. It's called The Flying Red Horse. The flying red horse from the gasoline wars took off from her station in the sun, turning her back on the pack at the pump. She jumped down from the sign to run. Full-serve attendants were spilling their hoses. Self-serve was doing the same. The manager dialed the emergency numbers. Insurance man won't make the claim. The sight of a horse crossing highways is frightening, but not with the breed that can fly. She's risen up to the level of oak trees, too low for the radar man's eye. I am not much of a joiner, she says. That's not where I draw my strength. Some of them go for the depth of field, while most of them go for the length. Me, I will go for the hard combination, 'cause I have some need to belong. But I'm leaving this unkind of sign life behind me. I'll take what is mine and be gone. If you see something red flash across the horizon, it's not that your eyes aren't right. She's taking her place with the red-tailed hawks and the broad-winged birds in flight. The flying red horse from Ruby Road North took off from her station to the south. And I swear to you that this story is true. I heard it right from her mouth. They will try to name you, tame you and frame you, aim you where you don't belong. They know where you've been, but not where you're going, and that is the source of the songs. Flying Red Horse. Thanks. All right. So that's one request in a row. So there I go bragging again. All right. I've got these partial capos that cover a few strings at a time. Capo is just like a bar that raises the pitch of the strings. Usually it covers all 6 strings at once, but I'm just going to use the over 5 strings, leave the bottom one open, because it gives you these partial capos give you kind of open tuning sounds without having to retune or change your left hand chord forms all that much, except for maybe the E minor. You have to do that. I don't do that. All right. I've been a part of a songwriting workshop in New Mexico that's hosted by my friend Eliza Gilkison, just north of Taos, New Mexico. She's a great songwriter, and it's a beautiful place, and people come from all around the country. There's like 18 or 20 people, and come and really get work on songs. The main thing is to get songs written. It's not just a lot of people talking at you. It's inspiring to be in that kind of company. I thought I wanted to somehow mark the time and place, and as something special. 'Cause I think once something special happens in a place, it's more likely to happen again. Anyway, I started asking about the features of the land around there, and asking about the native people in the Taos Pueblo have been there for hundreds of years, and they call themselves the people of the Red Willow. I just love the sound of that, and it reminded me of I played in Alaska, which was in a village that was a majority native population, and I remember reading like a Chamber of Commerce pamphlet that said, "Doing business in the area for 10,000 years." So, wow. So this is it's written, I guess, from the future, looking back at kind of these times and thinking this is when things started to change. So this is called Arroyo Seco. It was a place where the hippies won, in the land of the Subaru, where the dream was never done, and there still was room for you. In the valley of the Rio Grande, north of the Taos Plateau, people there would lend a hand and leave you room to grow, room to grow. It was back in 17, the summer before the fall. Hope was being squeezed by the bums who had it all. But there was music all around, because the people dared to sing. You know, they made such a sound that they could face anything, anything. Sun, smoke, and cottonwood snow. The people of the Red Willow know. Arroyo Seco, New Mexico. Well, some made a little fire so the big fire wouldn't burn. The word rose like smoke and the winds began to turn. Above the Taos Plateau in the valley of the Rio Grande. A new sound took hold and resonated with the land, with the land. Sun, smoke, and cottonwood snow. Some things only the red willow know. Hondo and Seco, New Mexico. In a place where the hippies won and a Subaru would do. The hard times came on, harder than they ever knew. But they would build again, sand, clay, and straw. They found a new well within and made an even deeper draw, deeper draw. Sun, smoke, and cottonwood snow. Some learn what the red willow knows. Arroyo Seco, New Mexico. Land of enchantment, New Mexico. Thanks. Okay. Let me sing you this. Hi. I'm going to sing you this song. This is one from the True in Time record. And it's if there's a theme that runs through the record. One of the things that I keep thinking about Utah Phillips' line about the past didn't go anywhere, and for some people the past is closer than others. Some people are their present is overwhelmed by their past, and this is a song about such a person. This is called "Cry for Help." The last time he drank whiskey, he thought of her all night. He didn't get to sleep until this morning. He tried to rearrange the past to make it feel alright, but the way he feels now just seems like a warning to leave it in the past. But the leaving doesn't last. Call to cry for help when you cannot help yourself. The last time that he saw her, it was east of Santa Fe, on a bus to take her back to school. You know he'd rarely touch the hard stuff, 'cause it tends to call her name, reminding this half-educated fool to leave it in the past. But the leaving doesn't last. Call to cry for help, and you cannot help help yourself. I guess we learn to live with our losses until we are lost as well. Is there a cry for help when you cannot help yourself? I guess we learn to live with our losses until we are lost as well. Is there a cry for help when you cannot help yourself? Thanks. Thanks. That's a sad one, huh? Right. That goes out to the people who would say, I liked him better when he was sad. Okay. He's singing this song. This is I learned this from a record by the band, not the band that's going to be playing here. That's the band. This is anyway. It was a record by a band called Jericho. I think it came out in 1993. It's a song. I love the record, but there's Richard Manuel sings a song that I learned from that record. I got the sheet music to it, and the sheet music says that it was written by Fred Brooks and Marshall Barrere, and first recorded by Harry Belafonte in 1954. A lot of people have recorded this song, but I found out that I'm guessing that Fred Brooks was actually Fred Hellerman from the Weavers, and I'm guessing that he didn't use his real name on the sheet music because he was blacklisted at the time during the McCarthy era. So, and I found out this was Richard Manuel's favorite song. It's called "I'm Just a Country Boy." Never gonna kiss those ruby red lips of the prettiest girl in town. Never gonna ask her to marry me. I know she turned me down, and I'm just a country boy. Money have I none, but I've got silver in the stars and gold in the morning sun. Gold in the morning sun. Never could afford a store-bought ring with a sparkling diamond stone. All I could afford was a loving heart, the only one I own. And I'm just a country boy. Money have I none, but I've got silver in the stars and gold in the morning sun. gold in the morning sun. Never gonna marry in the fall, ain't gonna marry in the spring, for I'm in love with a pretty little one who wears a diamond ring. And I'm just a country boy, money have I none, but I've got silver, silver in the stars and gold in the morning sun. Gold in the morning sun. Thank you. I'd like to play a little guitar for you now. This is called a G-sharp guitar. It was given to me by my friend in the Netherlands, and my friend Willem Leeuwenhoek. It's got 6 strings like a regular guitar, but it's got the short neck. It gets 18 frets. Usually I guess they're like 24. So anyway, it's got the short neck, which makes it very portable. But if you tune it higher than standard, oops. Okay, that's not going to work. So let me try a different tuner. If you tune it to standard pitch, the top and bottom strings are tuned to E, but with the shorter neck, the intonation goes a little wacky if you go up the neck. So it's recommended you tune higher than standard pitch. So this is tuned recommended tuned 2 steps higher than standard, which would make the E strings A flat or G sharp, which is where the guitar gets its name. It's not a very interesting story, but it is true. I've got more like that. Not quite as good, to be honest. All right, here we go. Oh, here we are, okay. Get the effects on here. Could I get a little bit more of this in the monitor? It may be okay. Yeah, please. Oh, I know the problem. Here it is. Okay, never mind. Operator error. Sorry, Joe. Okay, I'm going to sing you an old blues song that I wrote. That used to be harder to believe. I wanted to write a song about age. Oh, no, that's the other verse. Oh, okay, that's right. I got to remember. It's my blues man period. Okay, this is before I was John Gorka, singer, songwriter, folk guy. But after I was in the Razzie Dazzie Spasm bands, so it was that middle period. I was the banjo player in the Razzie Dazzie Spasm band, as you recall. We never made it up to Saratoga Springs. We wanted to come here. Our band was based in Bethlehem. In fact, our 1979-1980 world tour took place in Bethlehem. We had a transportation problem. Not only did we not have a tour bus, but none of us had a car. Doug Anderson, he was a little older than the rest of us. He didn't drive, but he was married, and his wife had a car, which she would not let us use. Every once in a while, she'd give us a ride to a show or pick us up from a show, but not in the same night. So after we were stranded a number of times, it was just too much, and the band broke up. I moved from the north side of town to the south side to be closer to Godfrey Daniels, and I lived down the street from Godfrey's for a while, above the natural foods restaurant, which was called So Weeder Ready, and and then the landlord, Mr. Finnegan, raised the rent. I had two roommates as it was, and I couldn't afford a raise in rent, so I had to find a new place. I didn't know where to go, even though my driving career was flourishing, so to speak. And I just didn't have the money, so I didn't know what to do. And the people at Godfrey said, "You can stay in the basement until you find a place." And I was very grateful. So I was there. My room was, it was not fixed up like it is now. My room was a mattress on cinder blocks. It was situated directly beneath the stage upstairs on the main floor. And I think what happened was there was a blues duo there, and they played, and everybody went home except for me in the basement. And I think a train loaded with taconite headed for the Bethlehem Steel came by, and it was a very heavy train, and it shook the building because it's right on the other side of the alley from Godfrey's backyard, and I think that kind of shook the rafters. And the blue notes that had been left on the stage by the blues duo went through the floor and pierced my heart. So I woke up in the morning and I found out that I'd become an older blues man overnight. And I let my family in New Jersey know, and they were kind of surprised. At least they liked the fact that I didn't use my given name as my stage name. I had a blues name. I went by the name Slow Blind Driveway. And Slow Blind Driveway specialized in the mid-Atlantic suburban Piedmont style of the blues. And I wanted to write something that had that kind of Raritan Delta feel to it. And I didn't come up with anything for the longest time until one morning I woke up one morning and I thought, I woke up this morning. That's a blues line. And there's a lot of borrowing in the blues. So I sang that line over and over again until the rest of the song just flowed. This is called Baby Blues. And I didn't think it was so bad, at least I had a floor over my head. Okay, this is called Baby Blues. Well, I woke up this morning and your baby blues were on my mind, on my mind. Said I woke up this morning and your baby blues were on my mind. There's trouble in the kitchen, soon it will be loving time. Well, sister loves her honey, brother says the sun don't ever shine, never shine. Says sister loves her honey, brother says the sun don't shine. Well, I'm in Pennsylvania, soon I will be doing fine. I said, oh lady real, I said, oh lady mom, how long's it been that you've been gone? Oh, I said, oh lady real, I said, oh lady mom. that you've been gone. Hey, whoa, whoa. Well, Papa bought a pistol, said he's gonna lead a life of crime, life from crime. Said Papa bought a pistol, said he's gonna lead a life of crime. Well, Mama took to cussing, said she's gonna make him toe the line. I said, oh lady real, I said, oh lady more. How long's it been that you've been gone? Whoa, whoa. I said, oh lady real, I said, oh lady more. How long's it been that you've been gone? Whoa, whoa. I said, how long's it been that you've been gone? I said, how long's it been that you've been gone? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank you. That's nice. Thanks a lot. I got time for a few more, if you don't mind. Thanks for staying up late. Okay, let's see here. Oh, there's this one. Since I got this one out. This is a solid piece of wood. It's the size of a ukulele, but it's a solid piece of wood, so it's useful for self-defense. Ukuleles aren't. Not knocking ukuleles. Let's sing this. This is a song I wrote in 1991. I changed a few words in 1994, but I've been singing it exactly the same since then. I changed the words girlfriend to new wife. Otherwise, I changed it. I haven't changed it. My time in Bethlehem roughly coincided with the decline of Bethlehem Steel. And the town was kind of doing what it could to adapt to the new economic realities. And a lot of what they did I was fine with. But the way they were fixing up the south side of town, which is where Godfrey Daniels is, and where I feel it's my part of town, I thought that aspiring folk singers and other poor people would no longer be welcome there. So I wrote this with that in mind. And I lived for a while at the corner of 6th and Atlantic Streets, and 4 blocks to the north of that building there was the Bethlehem Steel blast furnaces. And the other side of the building there was a park and a playground on the South Mountain side. And this is called Where the Bottles Break. I walk where the bottles break and the blacktop still comes back for more. I walk where the bottles break and the blacktop still comes back. I live where the neighbors yell and the music comes up through the floor. I live where the neighbors yell and the music wakes me up. Life beyond the playground fence is serious as basketball. Life beyond the playground fence is serious. 4 blocks from the steel mill blast, paint my claim up on the wall. 4 blocks from the steel mill blast, I paint my claim. From my end of the south side drag, it's a common thought to call the cops. Further west it's been gentrified, they turned biker bars into flower shops. I kind of miss those Harley guys who rarely did nobody harm. They mostly like to drink and shout and flash the pictures on their arms. Oh, oh, oh. It happens when the money comes. The wild and poor get pushed aside. It happens when the money comes. Poor get pushed. The buyers come from somewhere else. They raise the rent so you can't hide. The buyers come from out of state and they raise the rent. Buy low, sell high, you get rich and you still die. Money talks, people jump, ask how high, low, life, Donald, what's his name? And who cares? I don't wanna know what his new wife doesn't wear. It's a shame that the people at work wanna hear about this kind of jerk. People aren't saints, no, people just are. They wanna feel like they count. They wanna ride in their own car. People aren't saints, no, people just are. They wanna feel like they count. They wanna ride in their own car. I just wanna make enough to buy this town and keep it rough. I just wanna make enough to buy this town. Buy low, sell high, you get rich and you still die. Money talks, people jump, ask how high, low, life, Donald, what's his name? Oh. I walk where the bottles break, the blacktop still comes back for more. I walk where the bottles break and the blacktop still comes back. I live where the neighbors yell and the music comes up through the floor. I live where the neighbors yell and the music wakes me up. Life beyond the playground fence is serious as basketball. Life beyond the playground fence is serious, 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 serious. Oh. Thank you. All right, let me see here. Maybe how about this one? I want to write a positive song. I've written hundreds of songs, you know, but the overtly positive ones, there's 5 now. I'll sing you the 5th one.
How about Thirstier Wind?
Oh, I wish that'd be a good one if I knew it. Let me sing you this one. I was playing out in Seattle last March, I think it was, and I turned on the TV and I started watching the coverage of the March for Our Lives event on TV, and I was moved by the sight of all those people and the speeches by the students and working to end school violence. Just very inspiring. And I thought the line that came to me was, "Never stop believing there is goodness in the world." And I thought, seeing all those hundreds of thousands of people there, I thought of something in particle physics where there photons, which is the smallest bits of light, sometimes they act like a particle and sometimes they act like a wave. So this is a song called Particle and Wave. Never stop believing there is goodness in the world. There is goodness in the world. There is goodness in the world. I see children marching. There is goodness in the world. I listen to them speaking. There is goodness in the world. When we finally do the right thing, there is goodness in the world. Goodness in the world. We need to be reminded there is goodness in the world. Too often we are blinded to the goodness in the world. They are working hard to find it, the goodness in the world. Goodness in the world. You can't beat fear with fear. You can't beat hate with hate. Only love can do that. It's not too late. No, it's not too late. No, it's not too late. Though justice seems to hesitate, it's not too late. I saw a sea of people, both particle and wave, to teach the ones who came before a new way to behave. I saw a sea of people, both particle and wave, wash over the world, their very lives to save. Never stop believing there is goodness in the world. There is goodness in the world. There is goodness in the world. Never stop believing there is goodness in the world. Goodness in the world. Goodness in the world. Goodness in the world. Thanks a lot. Thanks. That's not on any of my CDs, but it's available on the YouTube. Okay, I'll finish off with this one. This is a song from the True in Time record. I mentioned that the proceeds go to the Center for Advanced Learning. I don't know if I mentioned that. We've got 2 kids in college, so that's where that's going. But I'll be around afterwards if you want to say hello. I'll be around. I can sign things. You know, I can sign my name. I can sign just about anybody's name. Pretty good speller. Just about anybody who's ever played here. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming out. I'm just going to go in the after. Oh, you're welcome. I'm just going to go in the back there, and then because not everybody wants to run into me, so I'll give those people a head start, and then I'll be out, and I'll be if you want to say hello. All right. Well, thanks a whole lot. This is a song called Mennonite Girl. Once I loved a Mennonite girl, and for a while she was my whole world. I think of her when the swallows fly, as I make my way to the by and by. I did ride at I did roam. I met her far, far from my home. Under northern lights, I first kissed her hair. She stole my heart, and she kept it there. I roamed again, oh, I did ride. A hollow man who ached inside. Love seems to come from outside time. Well, I knew love when she was mine. I lost her to another place, another's arms, another's face. I made a vow right there and then to never let love go again. Chasing dreams, seeking gold. I was a young man, now I'm old. I learned one thing, to be sure. You can find gold and lose something more. I never learned the Mennonite ways. She's in my heart for all my days. I wish her peace, I wish her love, I wish her easy with the rough. Once I loved a Mennonite girl. For a while, she was my whole world. I think of her when the swallows fly, as I make my way to the by and by. I think of her when the swallows fly. Thanks, everybody. Be careful going home. Be careful on that ice out there. Thank you very much. Thanks for clapping till I got back. After I wrote the Mennonite Girl song, my wife, who's a writer and a poet, said to me, "Have you ever heard my poem about the Amish boy?" I said, "No." She said, "Uncle's Amish boy, oh Amish boy. Every morning I wake up sad. Oh, my Amish boy." So you got to be careful about it. Is there a request to do this song? Use the mic and Camille.
Thanks, John. You're welcome.
You have good handwriting. I'm impressed by that. I always get in school. I got bad marks in handwriting and self-control. Still have problems in both those areas. Well, thank you for coming out. Thanks to Joe on sound and Reese for taking care of me and Sarah, all the volunteers. It's a great place. I didn't know where to look for you last night. I didn't know where to find you. I didn't know how I could touch that light that's always gathering behind you. I didn't know that I would find a way to find you in the morning. But love can pull you out of yesterday as it takes you without warning. I wanna be a long time friend to you. I wanna be a long time known. Not one of your memories used to be a summer's fading song. It's from me, it's to you, for your eyes. It's a way, a wonder that is wise. I am here, you are there, and love is our cross to bear. I know I'll think of us upon that hill, with the golden moon arising, and the stars will fall around us still, while the love is realizing. So it is until we meet again, and I throw my arms around you. You can count the gray hairs in my head. I'll still be thankful that I found you. It's from me, it's to you, for your eyes. It's a way, a wonder that is wise. I am here, you are there, and love is our cross to bear. Love is our cross to bear. Thank you very much. I worked at a place where the bands came through. Some of them ran false and some rang true. I'd stick around after they played to see how legends were made. There's just a few that stand out in my mind. Some of them still roll, and some are lost to the grind. Now you ask me of the special ones, and where all the legends have gone. There was a man who came from north of here. He could raise his voice and he could raise a beer. Then when he left, the music stayed. And that's how legends are made. It surprised us to see just how high he stood. It's hard to believe someone could sing that good. We shared more gold than any band was paid. And that's how legends are made. So long, it was nice meeting you. But how do you get back to Route 22 from here? The band was a bass man with a brother on lead. There was no more, 'cause there was no need. So fine to see what they could give, 'cause legends call us to live. They came in high and they came in low, worn by the miles and fresh from home. Hard work, magic, then some tragic end. And so a legend begins. So long, it was nice meeting you. But how do you get back to Route 22 from here? Worked at a place where the bands came through. Some of them ran false and some rang true. I'd stick around after they played to see how legends were made.